Sony has a shocking deal for the PlayStation 5, which amounts to second party deals worth $329 million over the period of the next 7 years. Welcome to the Truth Bullet section of PlayStation Vortex podcast. This is your host, Dr. Shrivira. Let's get into it. What do we have here? Hmm. This is literally an amazing, shocking news for all the fans at PlayStation. Let's get into it. As reported in a post published on Reset Era Gaming Forum, it seems that Sony has recently entered into particularly demanding agreements with several second party companies for enrich the stock of PlayStation 5 over the next few years. According to the information shared in its latest financial report, the PlayStation House has reached an agreement with several companies, of which no explicit names are made, so that they develop video games to be published on its platforms exclusively. The total outlay is particularly significant. We are talking about 34.360 million yen, which amounts to 329 million US dollars, to be paid out gradually over the next 7 years so that second party games are developed on behalf of the Japanese gaming company. It still goes on, guys. There is still to it. So basically, what Sony is doing is completely a different paradigm they're choosing with the PlayStation 5, which seems super smart to me. For my rant and my excitement, let's continue with this article. So basically, some subsidiaries in the Game and Network Services (GNAS) segment have signed long-term agreements for the development, distribution, and publication of video game software, we read in the report. These contracts cover several periods, mainly including 7 years. As of December 31st, 2020, the subsidiaries undertake to pay 34.36 million yen in compliance with these contracts. That's exciting, guys. Second party games are productions such as Sackboy: A Big Adventure, Destruction All Stars, Marvel Spider Man prior to the acquisition of Insomniac Games, Bloodborne, and Demon Souls as well. That is, all those titles published exclusively on PlayStation consoles and financed by Sony, but made by software houses not part of its internal PlayStation studios. This is quite clear, guys. Jim Ryan, I think, has hit the nail on the coffin when it comes to the Xbox side of things. Let me get into that later. Let's continue. Going on, once. Since this is such an important investment, it is possible that the company has some big surprises in store for the coming months. Time to be excited, and there are already tempting hypotheses that are making their way through the pages of Reset Era. Among the most hopeful users, there are those who believe that the figure also involves the much rumored agreement with Konami for the realization of the next chapter of Silent Hill to be published exclusively on the PlayStation 5, as well as the Metal Gear Solid rumors we heard about all these days, right? So, isn't this exciting, guys? What do you guys actually feel regarding this news? I'm gonna pick this article apart step by step if you guys want me to. So, what exactly we have here is something which is not short of shocking and amazing at the same time. It's the smart decision by Sony by trying to acquire as many PlayStation 5 exclusives. They might be timed, who knows? But as per the article, it feels as if they might be console exclusives or PlayStation exclusives, not even coming onto the PC for that matter. If you guys ask me, what I feel is this deal is above and beyond anything, even compared to the Bethesda acquisition made by Microsoft, buying the ZeniMax Studios, establishing a new subsidiary, Vault, so that all the Bethesda third party, first party games owned by Microsoft now will be available day and date on Game Pass. But there is speculation that those games can be launched in other consoles as well, like the PlayStation and Nintendo Switch. I think they're gonna charge $70 for the PlayStation 5 ports of those games. Just stay with me on this. If you guys compare this with what we have, with what Sony is doing right now, it's locking down IPs. It's they are onto a whole new ball game here. So instead of buying the studios outright, instead of purchasing the studios outright and waiting for the studios to organically build the first party portfolio, this is something similar to what they did with Deathloop, what they did with Ghostwire Tokyo, as well as getting that exclusive console deals on the PlayStation 5 platform for games like Project Athia and Final Fantasy 16. This is nothing short of amazing, guys. This is literally incredible. Incredible news indeed. So basically, what it says is for the next 7 years, we're gonna have loads of exclusives, at least announcements. Though the games might take time to come out, at least the announcements are coming in. So basically, we are gonna get all the amazing looking great games from these second party publishers, which are gonna support the PlayStation 5 by launching exclusive games which can be played only on PlayStation. How smart is that? It's absolutely smart, guys. If you can think about it. So, I'm super hyped about a Silent Hill killer app on the PlayStation, built only for the PlayStation 5 from the ground up, utilizing all the SSD, ray tracing, 3D audio, geometry engine, velocity architecture, you name it, without any sort of stuttering and other issues which had data streaming problems on the previous platforms. See, Konami works very closely with Sony's platforms right from the PlayStation 1 days. As you can see, the footage of Silent Hill 2, one of my most beloved games on the PlayStation 2, the Pyramid Head Even to this day, it gives me nightmares. Don't you guys want to have a Silent Hill true next gen experience or a Metal Gear Solid complete reboot or remaster, whatever you want to call it, exclusive to the PlayStation? So basically, it is not mentioning about Konami as well. So it can include other giant publishers and developers from Square Enix, Sega, come what may, even Capcom and Namco Bandai, who knows? But they're spending a hell of a lot of money securing these amazing second party exclusives for the PlayStation 5. So now with this news, I absolutely don't care about studio acquisitions anymore. This seems to be fitting the narrative of the PlayStation experience more than we are used to with acquisitions, because they're gonna take time acquiring. You need to shell out billions of dollars, and you get all the baggage, all the negative shit which goes with the company which you acquire, because you need to pay them salaries to work. This is beautiful. So, what it entails is they are dividing this $329 million into multiple chunks and paying it off over the period of next 7 years, which is almost enticing. Too good to be true, right? Because it's gonna encompass the entire PlayStation 5 console generation, the ninth console generation. So we're gonna eat well. What do you guys think about this discussion I had with you? This is a truth bullet I needed to share with you, fanboys, fangirls, Xbots. You're gonna be pissed off with this. They're already pissed off by not getting Bethesda published games like Ghostwire Tokyo as well as Deathloop, which seem pretty good, coming exclusively on the PlayStation 5 despite them acquiring Bethesda shelling out billions of dollars. $7.5 billion dollars, is that? But on the other end of the spectrum, Sony is just shelling out millions of dollars. They had this amazing deal and partnership with Insomniac Games. That's the reason they could grab it, which was the best deal in gaming when it comes to acquisitions, if you ask me. The same amount of money will be shelled once again over a period of many years to secure exclusive second party games. This does not include the third party games. There might be separate deals for those. Who knows? We're just gonna wait till May or June until they drop the next date of play. I'm stoked, guys. I don't know about you people, but this news is more earth shattering than Bethesda acquisition made by Microsoft. This seems more fitting with the PlayStation narrative. This seems more smart. Whatever the studios Sony has already and have developed them, nurtured them with nourishing care, quality, and polish, for taking care of all the narrative driven AAA exclusives which we will have over the next few years on the PlayStation 5 exclusively. Naughty Dog, Insomniac Games, Guerrilla Games, Sony Santa Monica Studios, Sony Bend Studios, the list goes on and on and on. That's how good the gaming is right now on the PlayStation side of things. So I cannot wait for another announcement to be made regarding Silent Hill, man. I still have my fingers crossed. I want somehow Hideo Kojima to come out, make a public video along with Jim Ryan as part of a Sony State of Play and announce Silent Hill coming exclusively as per this deal to the PlayStation 5 with never before seen footage in game. That's gonna blow my mind. Enough with my rant, guys. Hope I made my point clear to you people. This is how good Sony is at making these smart ass decisions. I still want more JRPGs and Japanese kind of games which we used to be fed well during the PlayStation 1 and 2 eras. I'm not the one who came onto the PlayStation platforms just to enjoy multiplayer games, right? We have enough multiplayer games when it comes to third party. We have MLB the show when it comes to first party, but when it comes to third party, we got a whole bunch of Call of Duties and shit like that, which go on and bunch of free to play stuff. I hope them to invest in multiplayer gaming with a single studio to bring out a AAA quality exclusive, similar to Killzone, but better than that. Apart from that, I want them to secure as many deals from these Japanese gaming companies like Sega and Square Enix. Instead of buying them outright and acquiring their studios, I feel this is the right way, which is a winning formula for the PlayStation 5 guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Dr. Shrivera signing out from the Truth Bullet section of PlayStation Vortex podcast. Peace out.